Beautiful beaches, oceans, rivers, animals, and rainforests, cutting down trees, polluted environment, violation of human rights, child labor, and starvation. They are all related to responsible business. Responsible business involves consciously creating long-term value in terms of people, planet, and profit. And this is probably why it is such a big topic for many corporations nowadays. Take Ahold, for example. This company tries to act responsible in the market. They sponsor a range of charities and distribute food to the hungry. President and CEO Van der Hoeven of Ahold thinks very highly of responsible business.
Corporate responsibility, in my opinion, is to really take account of all of the stakeholders in the business, and that includes the community in which we operate.
But not only trade and industry are involved in responsible business, it is also high on the agenda of many governments. Just recently, the Dutch government asked the Socio-Economic Council for advice on social responsibility. The Dutch government wants to get clear what kind of government action is required to stimulate responsible business. Former Minister Winsemius for VROM used to be engaged in the business responsibility for environment.
When I was in environment, we started working with the self-responsibility of business for the environment. The whole covenant approach, in Dutch, the convenanten, is an approach where you basically say, hey, company, it's your problem. Why don't you tell us how you solve it? That's your responsibility.
According to Winsemius, responsible business is not a political item.
Only when the leaders develop a vision and people inside and outside the company start believing, hey, this might actually be true, this is fun, this is good, this feels good, then something changes. Then you start changing the culture of a company.
I think we need to be clear, to be very clear on what we want to do. It means that who are the stakeholders, what do they expect from us, and how do we measure results? And we need to make substantial progress in that regard.
It's a huge effort to change a culture of a large company, particularly when it's spread out all over the world. It's already hard to change the culture of your student house. Try to, well, I won't give any examples in that regard, but you can believe that. And so to go at great distances with people that are very far away that you have never seen, because there are more than 100,000 people in a company like that. That's tough.
How do you implement responsible business in a worldwide company like Ahold?
Well, it's inspired from the top. We clearly have a motivation to do this, and we really want our people to follow the same path.
You are now attending the EFACT Conference 2001. Amongst others, the following people will give lectures. A word of welcome by the chairman of the day, Herk Streuter. Responsible Business, an Evolution or a Radical Change by Van Luik. Organizing for Responsible Business by Kleisterlee. The Trade-off between Responsible Business and Profit by Smits. Corporate Social Responsibility and the Role of Government and NGOs by Wijfels. But what do Winsemius and Van der Hoeven actually think about this conference?
I think it's timely, obviously. It's a very important subject, and I think we should pay more and more attention to that in the business community as well. So it's very appropriate.
If the students following this have thought about it, the participants have thought about the subject, and then they change their behavior in labor markets, particularly in labor markets, and in product markets, then they exercise pressure. And that pressure is big, big, big.
If there's something you would like to say to the audience of the EFACT Conference 2001, please go ahead.
I'm very excited about this Congress. I'm sorry I can't be there, but this is a subject very dear to my heart. I think that all businesses should adopt corporate responsible attitudes, and this should be inspired from the top and should work its way into every relationship that a business has with the community, with its stakeholders.
Think, and once you have thought about it, act in the labor market and in the product market, and then you'll change the world. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.